start live stream button, and now I got some things showing up in red, and I'll punch back over here to the Zoom meeting, and there we are with Patti again. Hi, Patti.
Hello.
So I'm connected remote to your computer again. Our last session ended with one of your email accounts that I'm particularly interested in going back to examine. I'm concerned that the hackers or somebody fraudulently used a credit card of yours, and you've reported that some of the emails going to this particular email address don't go through.
Correct.
And we tried to do one for a password reset, and that did not go through. So if the bad guys have put in some kind of a code or method to keep their control of your email account, it's possible that they're preventing those emails from reaching you. So
Okay.
I want to go in and explore that account. So I'm going to switch over to your computer screen now. And whoops, before I do that, hey, last time we turned off your desktop icon. So I'll go ahead
Yes,
and
you
do that
did.
again. Okay. Go to view and remove that check mark for show desktop icons. All right. And then back to your computer. Okay, so we want to get to that email account, and I'm going to blur your screen. And your screen is still on camera, but it's really blurred, so we can't see any details. So if you could go ahead and try to access that email account. And in our last session, there was some issues with the passwords that have been remembered by possibly your browser or Norton LifeLock. Let's see. So is that the email account in question?
Yes, it is.
All right.
And
And
there's the message I keep getting.
oh, okay. Okay. This indicates it's having trouble getting to that server. Okay, that looks like that has to do with the password that is remembered by Outlook. Um, and that password is not even being attempted to be entered by Norton LifeLock. Do you have a password that you believe to be correct for this
No, not
account?
anymore. But remember, I said yesterday I changed Xfinity. So should I try the Xfinity?
Yes.
Okay, let me go look it up.
And even if you're right, it's going to ask you a second time because it's asking for the incoming server and the outgoing server. So I'm watching closely that. Oh, you're just typing in the password that you believe
Yes,
it to be
I
now.
think this is it. Let's
All
see.
right.
Oh yeah, it took it.
Okay. Has it brought in new emails?
Let me
Those
try.
emails still look
Let
old.
me do send and receive.
Sure. There it says completed for sending.
Oh yeah, it is taking
There's
in emails.
new. Okay. Now, Outlook is still remembering your old password, and meaning if we exit Outlook and relaunch it, you're going to get that prompt again for the password. So we need to tell Outlook to forget the old password and remember the new one.
Okay.
We'll let that finish there. And then in order to check to see whether the bad guys have done something with your email account, we're going to go to log into that email account through the website.
Through
Which,
Xfinity.
yeah, through the Xfinity
All right,
website.
so leave this one
Okay.
right now.
Well, no, don't leave it yet. Let's go
Okay.
fix that password issue. So go to the File menu on Outlook, and then go down to well, there's a button that says Account Settings, one of those square buttons. There you go. Click on that, and then click Account Settings. And then single click on your email address that's showing in the body of that window. And then click on Change. So what we're doing here is changing the settings for that email address. And this is set up as an IMAP account. It's not giving us a place there. Yeah, this is not the right place to do that for an IMAP. Close that with the X in the upper right corner. And where, let's see, that is the account. All right, let's close this. We'll go a different direction. Let's close Outlook. And then launch Outlook again. And I don't recall if we had that check mark selected for remember password. It might have already fixed it if that check mark
I think
was there.
it was. Yeah, I think it was.
It may have been. So maybe we did fix it. Let's, down at the bottom, let me have the mouse for a minute.
Okay.
Right down here in the bottom middle, it says send receive. And it's trying to automatically do a send receive because you opened it. If we don't get prompted for the password, then we're fine. And you know, you do know what password you just used, so you'll use that same password.
Yeah, I need to write it down because it's under my, okay.
Yeah, so it completed that send receive operation. So it has remembered your new password.
Hold on, let me write it down before I forget. Okay, got it.
All right, you can close Outlook. Oh, I'm sorry, before you do that. Did that email ever come in for that change? We were trying to change a password on one of your web accounts.
Remind me, please. What was that?
Yeah, it was an exercise. It was a physical fitness,
oh, yes,
something or other.
No, hold on. No, not that I know of, but let's see.
If you look at emails after, what was that, about 3 p.m.?
I'm searching. Nope. Nope. And let me go, because remember they're forwarded to another account. Let me go to that account.
You're right. Okay.
But I did not see it. Hold on.
And your screen is still blurred, so you're safe wherever you're going.
I was say, what is this? Okay, so sorry, I'm gonna go Gmail. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'm sorry. It switched. That's my work one. This is personal. So let me go. Nope, it never came through.
No, okay. So let's go sign on to the Xfinity account through the web browser. So this signed in without you even putting a password. So that indicates that your browser has remembered that password.
Yeah, did you see the Norton? Because it's going through the Norton. I don't know if you saw.
No, I didn't. I did notice that. Did you have a message that indicated Norton was entering that password?
Yes, it was. Do you want me to? Okay. You want to do that again or not?
Yeah. Show that to me again, please.
Okay, so let's close this. Let me go to, how did I do that? Oh, okay, I got to go here.
You're launching Chrome.
Here.
And then you have Xfinity.
I'll close that. Okay, so right here.
Clicking on the envelope for the email within the Xfinity website.
You see that? Did you see that? Or did it disappear?
I didn't. I wasn't on the ball for it. So
okay, let's do it again.
Yeah.
Okay, so look, because it comes up and it has that little circular thing with a couple little dots.
Okay, great.
So right here, so in a minute, watch. I think it's middle or bottom of the screen. There it is. Sign in, okay. And it goes away. It doesn't even allow me. Now I can look to see if
Yeah, you're searching for
No.
that particular company.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, here's my, oh, I'm sorry. It's my Fitness Pal. There's some recipes. You want me to go here?
That's 2015.
Yeah. Let me do again because I didn't put in my,
Yeah, try searching for it that way. Now, they didn't have spaces.
oh, they didn't. Okay, so hold on.
That might make a difference, but that still
And
did
I
come
can
up
go
with that.
back, I can go back to my other email to see. Nope. So let me go here.
Try searching the word reset. RESET.
Here,
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah. Let's see. Yesterday was Wednesday. There's Microsoft resets. Yeah. Doesn't appear to be anything there. So anyway, I
You know
do
what's
think.
interesting though, Doug?
What's that?
I didn't go to Under Armour. I don't even know what, I didn't ask for a reset yesterday on this.
Well, now hold on. I did see an Under Armour logo on one of your password sites. Since Under Armour is kind of associated with fitness, I'm just wondering if that might have been the log. Well, let's look closer. What was the time of that? That was 4 p.m.
Right? Weren't we done? When didn't we?
I seem to think we were done by then. I can answer that here in a
I think we were
moment.
done by 3. I thought
Let's see.
I thought I had an
2,
appointment
2,
at 4.
Yeah, we started like around
Oh
11, I
wait,
think.
it says 158. Isn't we didn't do this, correct? It says 158.
Well, I think that well, no, that still sounds kind of late. Um, let's Well, two directions we can take at the moment. We may wind up doing both. I think we need to look through your Xfinity email account to make sure it's clean and maybe even
Okay.
add a little more security, regardless of what we find for
Okay.
resetting that password. And that was an account that you said that you're not even using these days anyway. And we were
Yes.
just going there to show the concept of some things you need to be looking for in
Okay.
these various accounts that you're going to work with.
Okay. So what do you want me to do now?
Go back to the web page for Xfinity, your
Right
Xfinity
here?
email account. Yeah, now let me explain some things on this screen. In the upper right corner, there's a gear icon, and that's going to be for settings for this account. That one right there. So hang on a second before. Oh, good. You dragged that out of the way. Thank you. That is from your screen. Okay, then the first menu option there. Let's see. You've got some personal things in there, so I'm not going to unblur that screen. But the first menu option there says email settings. Click on that. Now, I think possibly in here, this is not sensitive information. However, we do have the tab at the top of the web browser that shows your email address. Do you see that? I'll move the mouse up here, way up here.
Oh, yes, yes. Okay. Yes, I see
Yeah.
that.
So you either want to blur that out or see if I can adjust it. I'm going to do something here. I'm going to open another tab and another tab and another tab and another tab and another tab. And what's going to happen is that tab for the Xfinity is going to shrink down so much that it doesn't show your email address. Do you see that?
Yes, I do.
All right, so I'm going to unblur the screen now so we can talk through it. Let's do this way. All right. So it came in by default to this level on the mail option. Compose auto reply signatures, filter rules we're interested in, and advanced settings we're interested in. We're going to be interested in security. I'm going to start with filter rules, but I'm going to, again, blur your screen before I click on that. So I'm clicking on filter rules. This is not something you're going to need to come back to, because this is specifically about your Xfinity email, and that's not going to be replicated in your other websites that you're going to be working with. So there's no filter rules. A filter rule would indicate, for instance, any email that comes in with the word password or reset, we want to forward it to the bad guy's email address. That's what we were looking to make sure there wasn't such a rule
Oh,
like that.
okay. So you're looking
Okay,
to see if that was added. Is that correct?
that's exactly it. I was looking to see if that was added, because we certainly would want to remove it. And so then I'm blurring your screen again, and then going to advanced settings to see if there's anything in there. Nothing security wise here that we can't show. So we're back on the unblurred screen with this. Email safe list. This is a way to, if a person was having a lot of spam problems and they only receive emails from a very narrow number of people, they could use an email safe list, so they only get emails from people they have pre-approved. I don't think you're interested in doing that. That's a little too restrictive. Am I correct?
Yes, I'm not.
Yeah. Pop settings for other apps. We don't need to do anything with that. Spam filter automatically moves spam potential harm messages to spam folders. So nothing in there we need to change. Blurring and address book. Nothing there of concern from a security point of view. If you see something here that doesn't draw my attention, to speak up, because I'm only looking for things that are of security concern.
Okay.
So on basic settings, unblurring the screen to show what's in there, nothing that we're concerned about. And blurring, going to accounts, this will show what email accounts are received here. I'm going to click on the unblur for a moment, and then I'm going to click on the edit button while we're back to blur. Account name, it shows your first name and your email address. There's nothing excess in here, so canceling that. And then I'm going to the security option on the left hand side, and I have a check mark, allow preloading of externally linked images. Now sometimes that can be an issue if you're receiving spam emails and they're causing sluggishness in your email program, or just other suspect activities. You can remove this check mark. And so things like pictures, images, logos would not be preloaded. Right now that is
Would you
occurring.
recommend that I uncheck it?
Well, since you have had recent troubles, I think that would be the conservative, safe
Okay.
thing to do.
Okay.
So go ahead and uncheck it. Let you do that. And then third-party access security. Allow access to, let's see, this is not a privacy screen, so I'm going to unblur. So you unselected that first one. And the second one, allow access to my Xfinity Connect email through third-party programs. So you use Outlook. You don't use Apple Mail or Thunderbird, as far
No,
as I know.
no.
But because of this check mark, you are able to access your email account through Outlook. And
Okay.
that is most likely a default setting for Xfinity. So that's not of concern either. Blurring the screen, I think we've gone as far as we need to in here. I'm not seeing anything of concern. And your screen is blurred, and I'm just clicking around to see what else we got here. I didn't need to go to voice. Let's see. Well, this is... Oh, these are voicemails to your Xfinity phone number, apparently. Is that
Yeah.
a
Yes.
home phone or a
Yeah.
cell phone?
Home phone.
All right. Go look at this hamburger menu. My Xfinity, my accounts, privacy center, do not sell. Yeah, I don't see anything there of concern. So then, let's take this back to the mail page, and then let's see, we got that wide enough. Let's go try again to do a password reset on that account.
Go back.
We were
it was MyFitnessPal.
Yeah, MyFitnessPal. Go ahead to sign into that.
I guess it's right. It must be right here, account. You want that one or this one?
Well, both of those, let me point out something here. Let's see, there's nothing private on this screen, is there?
No.
I don't see anything. Okay, so I'm going to unblur, and I want to point this out, is you've got several search results here, and you're contemplating which one to click on. And the URL here, www.myfitnesspal.com, is the same on each one of them. And it just takes you to different sub pages on each one of them. So this one should take you to the login page. This one's going to take you to their home page, which may very well appear to be the same. But the thing that I wanted to point out here is sometimes people will do a search, and the bad guys will try to get themselves ranking, meaning appearing in the search results for something that you search for. Amazon is one. That's a thing that's happening recently, is people, instead of typing Amazon.com in the address bar, they'll type Amazon in the address bar and they get search results. And each of the search results will look like it's Amazon, but if they don't pay attention to the URL, that's this Uniform Resource Locator is what that stands for. We don't really care, but if they click on one of these that is not actually Amazon.com, it can take them to the bad guy's site. And I had a story of one of the other technicians that puts out a lot of publicity about what they're working on, and a client of his had done that, an elderly client, and she followed the site that she went to, told her to call a phone number and place her order by phone, and they told her to put $7,000 cash into a package and ship it by UPS, and she did. So the point is always when you get search results is look at that URL and be sure that looks correct. So go ahead and click on that one. Okay, so again, we don't have anything private here. I'm going to unblur the screen. You can drag that out of the way. And so then go to log in, and I've got the screen blurred again because this is probably going to show it. Now here, Norton Password Manager is offering you a sign in button, and it's not signing in again. It's not signing in automatically. Well, there's that option there. Don't ask me again. So don't ask me again would be that you don't want it to stop here and ask you again. You just want it to automatically sign in. So you make your choice there. You're going to wind up uninstalling Norton anyway, so it's not really of concern.
So what do you want me to do? Just say sign in?
Click sign in. Yeah,
okay.
Sign in. But I think that's why that Xfinity one just signed in without you.
Is my vault blocked?
Yeah, when you start typing your password here, it's just going to show up as dots. We've already tested that. And then before you hit Open Vault, I'm going to blur the screen again.
Oops, wait a minute.
Didn't like that one.
Hold on.
Yep.
Well, you want me to hit Open Vault or not?
Yeah. Yeah, you're blurred. Show password hint, it says. Now you can click on that
Wait a minute. That's not.
This is Norton LifeLock, not for that fitness.
Yeah, I know which one it is. And why is it not? Okay, unless. So can they see my screen? I can't put the eye on, right? Because you can see my screen.
I've got your screen off of video right now, so yes, you can
okay,
click on
so
the
let me
eyeball.
see what I. Oh, I know it is. I do this all the time. Sorry. Okay. Okay.
Okay, we're back on screen with the blur. And so if you click in there for your email address, it gives you a list to choose from. Now that's not Norton LifeLock entering your email address. Is Norton LifeLock going to enter the password for this?
No, because what I
Oh,
found,
that's right.
I have to add it to Norton before it'll do this.
Yes, and you haven't added it yet.
No,
So
because I'm not happy with Norton. Okay,
right.
so do I go now again? I can try the password that I think it was, but it didn't work yesterday. Let's see. Nope.
That's right. We never did get in, so we
All
tried
right.
to do the
So you want to
password
do this
reset.
again? Forget password?
Forgot password. Yeah.
Oh, it's Under Armour.
That's it. That's why you didn't recognize the email.
Oh, got it.
Why? Yeah, and actually, let me point to something here. Let's see. There's nothing private on this screen, right?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to unblur, and I want to point out I did notice this logo yesterday.
I was going to try to close this, but I guess I was going to close that. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I noticed this. I recognize this as the Under Armour logo. And then up here it says Under Armour, and down here it says Under Armour. So that email that was coming through for password reset for Under Armour, that was what we needed. So
you want me to go to Outlook to get that?
Either that, or you still have that tab open for the Xfinity, and your screen is blurred.
So it's blurred. Okay.
Yeah.
But it didn't. Okay, so it's not coming through very quickly. But there it is.
There it is. Now there's a show images button. Remember we told it to not, we made a configuration change to your email to not show images from other websites. So at the top of that email, there is a button to show images.
Oh, right here. No.
Up higher, a square, a rectangle button.
Right here?
No, I'll point to it right here.
Oh, sorry. And am I still blurred?
You are still blurred.
You know what? This is my, I didn't even remember I did this. That was my username. Right.
All right.
Okay. So do you want me resetting?
Yeah. Reset the password so we can get access to that account. Then we're going to go into that account and see what kind of security options they have for us.
You want me to reset right here?
Yep.
Does it matter what I'm using?
No.
I can use something I used before because we're going to get rid
of it. Well, actually, this account does not have anything sensitive that the bad guys could get from you. But the reason why we want to have unique passwords on all the websites is because if any one of those websites gets breached and they find out what your password is, if you use that password on other sites, then the bad guys can find you on a site that you do care about.
Okay.
So generally what I recommend for passwords is to use something that doesn't obviously look like a password so that you can write it down somewhere and it doesn't look like an obvious password. A short phrase, maybe with a number or two. And typically websites will require at least one uppercase and one lowercase letter and a number. They might also say that you can use a symbol, and they typically say they want you to use at least 3 of those 4 different types of things. So a really convenient way to do it is to use an uppercase, one uppercase letter, for instance, and you might always do it as the 3rd letter of your password or whatever you choose. But you could be consistent with that. Then it could be, maybe you've got a phrase around on a sign or something, or a plaque on your desk or something that just kind of rings for you. And maybe it's about 3 or 4 words, and you could just add a number to it, or actually add something that has to do with this website because you want to make it unique to this website. So for instance, for the websites that you consider to be low security, I'm going to punch back to our Zoom session. for websites that have or that you consider to be low security requirements, you could use this short phrase and a number and something about the website. In this case, it was fitness something or other,
Yes.
fitness pal. So you might say that that has the initials of FP. So it could just be adding FP, maybe at the end of that short phrase and then a number. And then you could use that strategy consistently across the websites that you consider to be low security. That way you're complying with a unique password on each website, and it uses a technique or strategy that is kind of easy for you to recreate on each website you go to. And any particular individual should modify that a little bit. I mean, if it gets out that a bunch of people are following DougBetts' strategy for passwords and it's all the same, then that's not a good thing either.
Okay.
Does that all make sense?
Yes. Okay, so let me create a password.
Okay, switching back to your screen because that's not showing. Now I can blur the screen, and you can click on show if you want to be sure that you are blurred.
Oh, I didn't do it right.
Yeah, it's a good idea to always view the password yourself to be sure you got it the way that you want.
It's interesting that it didn't ask for it 2 times. Most places ask for it twice.
Well, you're not done. It may ask for that again. And now it says reset.
So do you want me to log in?
Yeah, return to login.
Oh, I don't even, am I in? I must be in. I'm in.
Your account center, yeah, it looks like you are signed in, apparently with a new password. So you won't be able to test that unless you log out.
You want me logging out?
Yeah, let's have you go ahead and log out. Let's see, I'm looking for a menu option somewhere for log out. I don't even see that. Is it under my picture? There's my videos on.
No, it's not very, it's very interesting that it didn't ask for a second time. Unless I go here, let's see what happens here.
All right.
Or should I try here? This is where I think it was breached. You want to go here?
It doesn't look to me like any of those are going to do it. Maybe click on Account Center. No, don't see it there either. How about just close that browser tab?
This one right here?
Yeah. And then go to a new tab and back to that site. There's the login button. You're blurred.
Take off Remember Me or leave it on?
Okay, so let's talk about the Remember Me. There's a check mark there. It's showing in blue, and I only say that so the people looking at the blurred screen know where we're looking. There's a check mark next to Remember Me next time. So what that's going to do is that's going to remember your username, just your email address. It's not going to remember the password. So if you don't want to have to type in your password again, then you can use the Remember Me. Now, the general guidance for that would be if you're sitting at a computer that is not your own, it's a public computer, then you would not want it to remember me. If you're at your own computer, then that's a convenient thing to do, and it's not really a breach of security because all it's going to do is provide your username, not your password.
Okay. Go ahead and lock in.
Yeah. Now let's see. Hang on a second. Whoops.
Oops, sorry.
Was that the Norton?
Yeah, asking me
question?
if I wanted it saved, and I said no.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to explain that to the audience.
You want me to go back?
So now you got started. No, that's okay. We got the idea across, I think. So you've got a button there for start free trial for something they're offering. I'm wondering if you drag my picture out of the way, is there an X in the upper right corner? Yeah, so just close that without doing their trial. Updated privacy and policy. So you either read through that and click accept, or you just click accept and gamble that they're not requiring something unacceptable to you. Now, is there anything private here?
No. Oh, wait, except, is this a problem, my account name?
Yeah, I'd say, yeah, probably. So we'll skip that. We're just basically on your account has all the different options that you can do on their website, and that's not too much of concern to the topic of our video. Down towards the bottom, you've got kind of a gray overlay. Oh, you know what? Leave it scrolled right there where we're not seeing anything private. No, scroll down a little bit because there's an email address there. Okay, so right there, I'm going to turn off the blur. I want to show that message is down at the bottom. It says you're taking control of your fitness and wellness journey. So it's just got this pop-up message that they're trying to get you to go do something else. And if you just click that X in the upper right corner of that gray area, then that'll make that go away. All right, then scroll up to the top.
And it's blurred?
Yeah, you're blurred now.
Okay.
Okay, so what I think we're going to be interested here is settings. Now, but wait a minute, before you click on that, there's two different places that settings shows up. Do you see that? There's settings where you're pointing to right now, and then down and to the left,
right
there's
here.
a settings. Yeah, so that settings in the blue area on the bottom, that looks like it probably has to do with your fitness plan, perhaps.
Okay.
And the settings that's up higher looks like it probably has to do with your account on this website, and that's what we're interested in. So click on that. Now, is there anything private here? Let's see, right there, once you scroll down into here. So hang on, I'm going to unblur.
Okay, let me be right back.
All right.
Let me get the dog. Okay.
All right. So here, I've got the mouse for a minute. On the left, we've got account settings. I'm just glancing down that screen. And on the right, we have privacy settings. And I'm looking specifically for your account security issues. There's subscription settings, maybe. Change password, maybe. Change email address, email preferences, maybe. Username, maybe. Update change language. It's not real clear where we might have more the stuff I want to look for. So we'll go through these kind of quickly on just in order, starting with subscription settings. So the screen's blurred. Go ahead and click on subscription settings. You have no subscription. So apparently within their system, there's subscriptions that you can have. So go back. You're clicking the back button to go back, and then we'll go to change password. And just scroll down and let's see if there's anything else of interest. There's nothing here for securing the account more. Scroll back up, and I'm looking at those menu options. Nothing really there. Nothing private on this screen. So I'd like to scroll back up, and I'm going to.
But if I scroll back up, it has my account. Do you see?
Oh, does it? Okay.
Right there.
Yeah, well, you're blurred. Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. Okay, just go ahead and click the back button. You're still blurred.
Okay.
And unblurring for a moment. And so next, that was change passwords. And then we're going to go to change email address and preferences. And you're blurred. And then it shows your email address and a bunch of check marks. Notify me by email when somebody sends me a message, a whole bunch of stuff here. Is there anything about somebody trying to change your password? Reminders when I haven't logged in for a while. Recipes we're going to. No, keep going down. And let's see, there's nothing private here, right?
No.
Okay, so just stay there for a moment. So we've looked through all of these, and this is nothing to do with the security of the account. So this site doesn't offer anything about two-factor authentication. Now, one thing about security that is significant to notice, I'm going to take the mouse for a moment, is up here this padlock. That indicates that this site does use secure SSL. And if you find one that doesn't show a closed padlock, then that's going to indicate their website is not using secure SSL. And that's kind of well, secure SSL is not a recent development in the industry, but it's becoming more and more insisted upon. I'm going to blur for a moment and try something here. I'm clicking in there. Yeah, there. When I click a couple times, that's still not private, so I'm going to unblur that. Is this HTTPS is what I want to show. It used to be the only way we had to tell if a site was secure is if it had HTTPS instead of HTTP. So then the geniuses that determine how this works decided that they'll just use the padlock and not have to have people educated about HTTPS. But those two things mean the same thing. Let's see, going back to blur screen. So go ahead and do the back button and unblurring. And so the next thing in the list was you change username. You're blurred. Go ahead into there. And so there's that current username that you're using, and we've been hiding that from the YouTube audience. You probably don't use that on other websites, or do you?
Not anymore. I used to.
All right, all right. And oh, this is interesting. You may only change your username once. If you decide to change your username, please make sure you choose carefully, as you will not be able to change it again. So that's typically because they want to prevent people who go onto a website that has chat capability or some kind of interaction capability with other people. You can make comments, and some people just get a kick out of making rude, mean comments, and then they go change their username so that they don't get recognized as the person who's behaving badly. So that would be a reason why they only allow you to change it once. So this, and scroll down to see if there's anything else of interest. No, there is not. Okay, use your back button and unblurred. So that was username. The rest of these don't seem of interest at all. So basically there's nothing we can do to tighten up security on this site. It was just a matter of selecting a reasonably unique password that's reasonably complex. Let's take a shot at checking how secure is that password. Do you remember how to do that?
Okay, we're going away from this. You don't want me to delete this account?
Oh, I don't care that you do. Are you ready to
Yeah,
delete that account?
I am.
Oh, okay. Well, fine. Go ahead. I've got your screen blurred again because it might show up something. Nothing private there. You're scrolling down. Okay, if you'll hold right there for a moment, and I'll unblur. And this is just giving you some information, probably trying to keep you from deleting and letting you know that you're going to permanently lose access to all of the data associated with the account. Then towards the bottom, are you sure you wish to delete the account? And you click that green button for yes. Go ahead.
Right here.
Yep. And now let's see, can I unblur there? It looks like I don't see anything private.
No.
Unblurring. So now we just got a message that says account deleted. Thanks for using myfitnesspal.com. So how about we do a little housekeeping, because I think Google Chrome still remembers that site and LifeLock may still remember that site, but your intention is to uninstall LifeLock, so maybe we don't care about that.
Okay, so you want me to close this?
Yeah, go ahead and close that.
You want me to close this?
Yeah.
And then you want me to go to Google settings?
Right. That three-dot menu in the upper right, call it the kebab menu, and then go down to the password section.
Did I pass?
Yeah, you did pass it. Your screen is blurred. When you start at the top, I think it's the beginning of the second section.
Oh, right here.
All the way to the top. There you go. Now, in the upper right, there's a search field. So you could just type the name of that site.
Right
fitness,
here?
Yeah.
Search passwords? Okay. I didn't put in my...
So it didn't find anything for that.
Hold on. No, it didn't, did it? No.
Nope. But go back into there and then try Under Armour.
Was that
just
one?
The word under is enough. Just the word under is enough. Because anytime it finds it, you see there that it came up with one listing. And that listing, that website that it came up with, it has more to the word. Now, just to point out, can I unblur that screen as it is right now?
What about, am I worried about this? This is just a educational site.
Oh, that does show your last name though, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so let's actually, I'm sorry, I just added another new tab and go back to settings and try searching for something else so that we can get a display there that doesn't have anything sensitive. I'm not sure.
So anything, pardon me?
Okay, from right there, just scroll down and let's look for something that doesn't have something private.
This is
that one right there.
Yes, but I got to make sure I'm not at the next. See, the problem is this one has to be blurred. These need to be blurred.
No, if you just type the word rewards,
oh, I see.
Then that's going to eliminate the others. Oh, there's another one that, see, rewards appears in that next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's go on and look for something else. Remove your search, and all we need is some single item that doesn't have.
I would.
How about that ancestry?
Yeah, that one would be fine.
So go back up to the search field and just type ANC. And let's see what comes up. Okay, then we need to go a little bit more than that. So add an E. And it shows something else. So there we've got enough. So I'm going to unblur that. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right. So here, what I want to show here is as you're trying to manage passwords, this search field is really useful because you can type in just portions of a particular website or just portions of a username or even portions of a password. In fact, I haven't tested that, so I'm going to blur your screen in a moment and have you test that. But that search field, as you're trying to manage passwords, is a very useful thing. So I'm going to blur your screen again. And could you try typing in that search field a few characters of one of your common passwords? You could show that one if you want to use that one. Now that's going to require you to put in your Google Chrome password.
No, I thought it was going to show me. Okay,
display.
I'll do. Yes, because I know which one I'm constantly using.
All right. Now, it's already done the search. You didn't need to click on the question mark. The question mark took you to a search screen, a help screen.
So just
So
hit,
it's already narrowed down the fields, the websites that are showing. If you'll scroll down, you'll see that not all of your sites are there. There's only two of them.
well, that doesn't make sense because I thought I used that quite a bit, but I
Well,
wonder
now
if you open
maybe not.
these, if we open these, they might be there.
No, let me describe something here. I'm not convinced that that is searching the password field, because look at those two websites that it showed up. They both have those three letters. The first website, the first word has those three letters, and the second
Oh,
website uses those first three letters
oh,
in
for
the
the
username.
username, I see.
Yeah. So that would imply either that this does not search the password field, or none of your passwords have those three characters.
My passwords do have those three characters. That's one that
Okay.
I use too much.
Then that means this technique is not searching the content of the password fields. So that is not offered as a tool for you. But let's point out some other things on this screen. Let's see. I want to figure
And
out a way that
it's still blurred.
it is still blurred. I'd like to figure a way that we can unblur it.
Okay, because
And
mine username, my name's here.
yeah,
Hold on, you want me to look at compromised ones and see if they're somewhere
no,
else?
no. Let me take the controls for a moment.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna click the X in that search field to get rid of that, and I'm just gonna scroll down and find that one that we said was not a security. It was this one. So if we do a search for that website, so that's the only one showing up. So I can unblur this, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here we're unblurred. So I wanted to point out these two on-off switches here. One is to offer to save passwords. So this appears to be turned off. I'm going to click on that once, and now it turns blue. So that is on, and this is off. So Norton LifeLock probably turned this switch off so that Google Chrome was no longer offering to save passwords. Do you follow that?
I'm not sure that I didn't turn it off after my bank account was breached. I may have
Oh,
gone.
you may have. Okay. Okay, that's fine. And that could be the case. That could be what happened. I don't know for sure. That Norton LifeLock turns that off. And then auto sign in, automatically sign into websites using stored credentials. If disabled, you will be asked for confirmation every time before signing into a website. So that is also turned off. Now, we have seen a website automatically sign in today, but that was Norton LifeLock doing that. These adjustments are for Google Chrome, which is the browser that we're using at the moment.
So if let's say I didn't have Norton LifeLock, would you be recommending to someone that these be on or they stay off like it is?
If they are following proper password practices, then I'm fine with having those on.
Okay.
I do not have them on myself, but that's because I use LastPass as a password manager. If a person's not using any password manager, I would be okay with them using the Google Chrome password manager as long as they have a really secure Google password.
Okay.
So you have a Gmail account, so your Google password is the same as your Gmail account. Some people don't have Gmail accounts, but they do have a YouTube account. Well, that is also a Google account. Uh, it's possible for a person to not have a YouTube account or think they don't, and not have a Gmail account, but they have a Google Chrome account. They're all the same. They're all one and the same.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have one, you have the others. Um, so it's very hazardous to have a weak Google Chrome password and let Google Chrome remember your passwords.
Okay.
Okay, so the next thing we're interested in is I'm going to blur the screen again. Is going to that check passwords where it says you have 40 compromised passwords. You know what? Let me unblur just for a moment so the audience sees where that is, where it says check passwords, 40 compromised passwords. So this is Google Chrome knows that 40 of your passwords are compromised. Go ahead and click on that. Okay, so here
Is it blurred?
Yeah, it's blurred.
Okay.
But I want to describe what's on here. I'm not going to try to blur those individual sections because we're going to scroll away from them too quick. But for the audience on YouTube, they may not see this when they go to these screens on their Google Chrome if they don't have compromised passwords. Now, if Google Chrome doesn't say that you have compromised passwords, that doesn't necessarily mean you don't. This is only indicating that Google Chrome knows that some of your passwords are compromised, or it does not know. If it didn't say that you have compromised passwords, that doesn't mean you have no compromised passwords. I feel like I went around in circles describing that. Did that make any kind of muddied sense at all?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. So that first one, we have a website and a username, and it says it was found in data breach 19 days ago. That's very recent. Bunch of these 19 days ago.
It's about the time that the bank account was changed.
Oh, okay. So maybe that was a fairly recent release of your information onto the dark web. And so the first three, they all say 19 days ago. Go ahead.
I think they all do.
Yeah. Well, there's one different. There's one that was different.
Where was that?
A little bit higher. A little bit higher. Higher. Whoops, that's the top again. Well, it might have been just been a screen draw that it didn't draw.
Yeah, because I think they all say 19 days ago.
All right. Do you think a lot of those are the same passwords?
Probably.
All right.
And then what I thought I came in and changed the passwords. Can I show you something?
Yes, you were still blurred.
So I thought I came in and did this. I don't remember because this is something I don't use anymore. I thought I came in and did this, but if that's true, why wouldn't it have said?
No, let me talk through that, and I'm going to explain what we're seeing first because I'm not going to show this screen. There's a kebab menu to the right of the change of password button, and when you click on that, it gives you three menu choices. They are show password, edit password, and remove password. You did edit password, perhaps thinking that doing that was changing the password on that website. It was not. It was editing the password that Google Chrome has remembered for that for that website. To change the password for that website, you have to go to that website and change it there. The only reason you would want to use this edit password option is if you did go to the website and you changed your password, but Google Chrome did not record that change. And so then subsequently, when you go to that website and Google Chrome fails to log in to it, so you need to edit the password that Google Chrome has remembered for that website.
Okay, so why would you use remove password? I get the show password because that would tell me which one I used. Display it, but what would remove password do for you?
Remove password would cause Google Chrome to forget that password.
Oh, okay.
The password still exists on the website, whatever that website password currently is. You're just telling Google Chrome that you don't want it to know that password anymore.
Okay, so I'm still blurred, correct?
You are.
Okay, I have a feeling if I do show password on these, they're going to all be the same.
All right.
Oh no, I have to do this though.
You have to put in your Chrome password.
Wait, do you want me doing this or not?
Yeah, I think so, because when you put in your Chrome password here, you're going to be able to show password, I believe, on all of those, but you won't have to enter the Chrome password for each one of them.
And I think what my password is also a derivative of all of the ones I've been using. So let me see if I remember this correct. Okay, so oh yeah, there.
Yeah, it's displaying that password. So go ahead and try to display the other passwords.
Yep.
Yeah, so you're not having to type in the Google Chrome password. It would be useful for us to know, since Google Chrome told us you have 40 compromised passwords. Do we have 40 repetitions of that same password?
Yeah, and I'm guessing they were. I think I told you I thought it was in look what's happening. Yep.
Yeah.
So okay, you want me to keep going or stop?
Scroll all the way up to the top and see if there's a way to display all of them with one button at the top. I'm not certain that there is, but there might be. Check again. No, I don't see a way to display them all. I don't feel we need to go through them all, but these, if you were to tell Google Chrome to forget the password here, we would not want to do that yet, because it's useful for us to have this list of the websites that you need to go change the passwords on those websites. If we were to tell Google Chrome to forget those passwords, then they're no longer showing on this list.
So you would recommend probably printing, if I were to come back, to print this page, because I need to go in and change all of these.
Yeah, that would be fine. That would keep you from having to click back and forth.
Oops, what happened
to this page?
Okay, let me see if I can print it.
Are those website addresses clickable?
Oh, let me see. Yeah, it looks like it.
Oh, well, you know what? That'd be easier to do it from this screen rather than to print it out.
Because then I have to put it. Yeah, let me try. You want me to try? I'm blurred.
Yeah, go ahead and try that. You're blurred.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So see, then you could change that password on that site. And since you're doing that in Google Chrome, that should change the password in Google Chrome. So you're on the website here. Can we go ahead and change that password?
Yeah, what I'm trying to do was finding where it was to change the password. It's not here. Is it?
Oh, I can guide. Can I guide you through that, because I'd like to show that. And actually, I want to close this email tab up here. We're still blurred because I'm afraid that that's going to accidentally come visible at some point. Now, can I display this screen? I don't see.
Yeah, I think so. The only thing that may show would be if I'm assuming you're going to change in here. I don't know if it has my full name, but
it will blur before we click on that. Drag my picture down. Drag my video image down. Okay, so we're still good there. Okay, so here, unblurring. So this, so you've gone to the website. This is a website that Google Chrome had your password remembered, and it automatically logged you into it. So that confirms that the password that Google Chrome currently knows for this website is the current password. So typically the place to change the password, I've got the mouse for a moment, I'm not going to click on this, but is typically in the upper right hand area. You're looking for something that has to do with your username or your account, or maybe it's a gear icon. It's usually in the upper right hand area. And so there's that drop down menu button. It looks like a really wide V or an arrow pointed down. Some people describe it as that. So when you click on that, you'll get some menu options. Your screen is blurred. Go ahead and click on that drop down menu. And then the choices there, that looks okay. I can unblur that. Don't click on it yet. So we have the choices of My Account, Donate, Volunteer, Community, Newsletter, Staying Sharp, Logout. So that's really obvious. My Account is the one to do. Your screen is blurred. Go ahead and click. Here we see your email address. We're not going to blur that. We are not going to unblur this screen. And it's got a little pop-up right under your email address. If you click out in the blank area to the left, does that pop-up go away? Yeah, it does. Okay. And it has some dots for your password. It's going to have a security challenge. If you scroll down a little bit, can you get your email address not visible? Yeah. So I'm going to take the mouse for a moment, see if I can scroll up just a little bit. There's your email address. Just get down here a little bit. So I'd like to unblur that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here we have a place for your password, and in a moment you're going to change that to a password using the strategy that you've determined that you want to use, and you're going to have a security challenge. So that security challenge is to make sure that you're not a bot, B-O-T, bot. And that's automated robots, essentially computers that try to change people's passwords on accounts. So you'll have to type in the moving letters. There's lots of different kind of security challenges like this. So I'm going to blur the screen. Go ahead and type in the password you want to change this to. There's a show button there that shows you what it currently
And so I am blurred.
is.
I'm blurred, correct? I know what.
You are blurred. You can show it so that you know.
Well, that's
the cell.
interesting. It's not going to let me.
Yeah, I've seen that. Norton LifeLock is getting a little bit in the way here. Give me just a moment to unblur again and describe this. Over in this area here, there's the word show. It's kind of hard to read because it's got this Norton LifeLock circle superimposed over it. So this password field has a show button of its own, and Norton LifeLock has its logo superimposed over that. So when you click on it, I think you are getting a Norton LifeLock uh, window in response. Now I'm going to blur. The screen is blurred, and I'm going to try clicking right smack dab in the center of that. See if I can get a show. No. And it looks to me what is the Norton LifeLock typically a yellow banner border at the top?
Yes.
Yeah. So that appears to be a Norton LifeLock, and it just won't let us click on that show because the Norton LifeLock logo is just overshadowing or on top of that show button. So your screen is blurred. Go ahead and type in the password you want. I don't think that we're going to see it as you're typing. It should just show up as dots since we haven't been able to do that show option. And then hang on, let me unblur because we still don't have anything private there. So now you're going to type in those moving letters. Go ahead. All right, and you're blurred, click login. All right, so would you...
And this has been happening with Norton. I don't know what's going on where your registered account was not recognized.
Oh.
So do you want me to go ahead and see? No, you want to see this? No, thanks.
No, let me look a little bit more at that. Your registered account information was not recognized. Please probably re-enter your email and password again. So it did not accept your login. That's curious. I got an idea what's going on there. Would you like to save your new secure? Well, no, because the new password you put in, it didn't accept. So yeah, do no thanks. And then, okay, so this looks like, I'm not going to unblur this, but rather describe it. It has your email address showing on the AARP website, and then Norton LifeLock is offering for you to click on that so that Norton LifeLock would enter the account credentials that it knows for this website. We see a password in the password field below, but we don't really know what that one is. I'm going to, do you think you did have Norton LifeLock remember the password for this site?
No, because I haven't. I've restricted going to most of these until because I didn't want to. I didn't have it. I was so frustrated with what's happening with Norton. No, I haven't gone to this since I got Norton. No.
Yeah, but when you first clicked on the AARP site, it looked like you were logged in. When you clicked on it from the settings tab for the Google Chrome. Let's go back to that. If you could close this tab with the X on the tab for this website. Right here? Yeah, that's right. That should take us back to the settings tab. and then click on that address for the AARP site. Because when you did that before, this looked to us like you are logged in, because in the upper right corner it says Hi Patti.
Right.
So then click that drop down menu and go to My Account again. Now, I get it. I see what's going on here. A very common thing when you go to My Account on any particular website is they want you to freshly enter your password to make sure this is you. And that password that's already in there, I think we typed in your new password there, and we weren't actually at a place.
We didn't do forget your password, right?
No, we did not.
Yeah.
So I think you ought to click on that Norton LifeLock offering there, and let's see if that'll get you logged in. And then scroll down. There's a security challenge. Do that again. See, we thought we were setting your new password here, but no, we weren't. We're just trying to get into your
Do you want me to log in?
Settings. Yeah. Do you need to get the door?
Yeah, I probably. Oh, and it must have kept it?
It must have kept it, yeah.
Yeah, let me get that.
So Norton LifeLock has the password. Okay, I muted Patty's microphone. And we'll just wait for her to come back. Nobody can deny this is real-time computer support. So when she comes back, I can click on this Ask to Unmute button, or I can just unmute her myself since I have remote access. Okay. So I had you muted while you were at your door. Okay. So Norton LifeLock does have your current password for this site, and we're not certain that it is the password that Google Chrome knows for this site.
No. Excuse me, I have to.
Yeah, were you still working with the person at the door?
Yeah, let me check to make sure what I got here, and I may need a few more minutes, and then I may have to get off. I may have to call about this package. So hold on.
I'm going to mute you until you turn back to the computer.
Okay.
So this, let's see, we've got private information there. Oh, I'm sorry, I was just talking out loud and you're hearing me. I'm not hearing you because I've got you muted. Hang on. Let's get you unmuted here. Okay, now you're unmuted. I did not hear what you were saying.
I have about 10 more minutes because I need to call about what I just received.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
So your screen, yeah, we're on the Zoom. Well, let's see. Wait a minute. Where am I at? No, we still have your screen on the video and it's blurred. So Norton LifeLock does know the current password. I'm not certain that you know what the current password is on this website. You could go find it inside Norton LifeLock if you want. However, your intention is to uninstall Norton LifeLock.
Yes.
So I would suggest you go ahead and change the password to this site to be consistent with the strategy that you have decided to use. So you click on that drop-down menu for your account. And now it didn't take us to a challenge. It has taken us, I think, into your account. This doesn't look much different, does it? Okay, let's click on that drop-down menu again. And I'm going to look closer at it. There it says my account, nothing else there. Okay, click on my account again. And that's the same thing.
Do I have to go to account details? See this?
There you go. Let's try that. Account details
Yeah,
tab.
there you are.
There it is. Now, can we scroll this to a point where we're not showing private information?
Let me get out of here. Hold on.
Just barely get your email
Well,
address out of
except
the
it
way.
has my
No, there's still stuff. So never mind that. I'll just describe it. We have an edit button to the right of the password field, and you're pointing to it now, and it kind of turned a different shade. Go ahead and click on that edit button. And then I'm going to describe this. It shows your email address. I'm going to point to it. The screen is still blurred. I'm just pointing to it, and the viewers can see where my mouse is moving. And then the password down here, for security reasons, we need to verify your identity by sending a 6-digit code to the telephone number you originally used when verifying your AARP online account. So this tells us that this site does have a two-factor, dual-factor requirement when you're trying to change your password. So that's a comforting thing. So down here, we've got a thing that says, send me the code by SMS text alert, or you could choose call me and tell me the code. There's a continue button here. If you go ahead and click continue, you expect to get a code on your phone, and then you'll type in the code. Does this have, I don't see anything private here. Do you agree?
Well, right here, my community username, you'd have to go here.
All right, no, we still have your email address. So I think even through the blurring, we can make out that those boxes are there for entering that 6-digit code. So go ahead and enter the code.
Okay, hold on.
And it does show you the last 4 digits of the phone number that it sent the code to. Now you type in your current password.
And I'm assuming that was this. I don't know.
Yeah, we're not. That doesn't indicate a Norton LifeLock logo.
No, neither of them do.
Neither of them do. So that kind of means we have to get it from Norton LifeLock. Okay, let me have the mouse for a moment.
Okay.
I know we're trying to get wrapped up here. Norton LifeLock, I'm going to try a right click on Norton Password Manager, go into that, and then try to get to that account. This is not what I want.
Do you want at the bottom, you probably want down here, password manager. Do you see where I'm going?
Okay, let's try it. Yeah, go ahead and try that. So you're going to the system tray in the bottom right corner, clicking on the overflow menu, then going to Norton
right here.
LifeLock. Yeah, password manager, open vault. And then go down to that website. There's a search field at the top. I'm going to point to it over here where it says search vault.
Oh, and so what was it?
AARP. That should do it. There it is. It showed up. So there's only one listing that showed up. So then there's an eyeball. If you click on that eyeball,
but that's the one. Okay, so that's the one that's been used too many times.
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on. Let me write it down. Okay, take off the eyeball. Go back to ARP.
Yeah, we have it open there somewhere, right? Yeah, there. So then type in the current password. And you could click show to make sure you typed it in right.
Yes.
And then click in the new password field. And this is where you're going to have to type this twice. And then you're doing it in the second field.
Let me, hold on. Yep.
Okay. And then click save. Success, your password has been updated. Now you have that recorded manually, I believe.
Yes, I do.
You wrote it down on a paper or something?
Yes, I do.
So now I would suggest go to NortonLifeLock and remove that website from NortonLifeLock. This way you can clean out these things and delete them as you've got them.
So how do you, now
removed.
I don't know how to, is it right here that I remove it?
Go ahead and try clicking. That's a gear icon next to
Oh
it.
yeah,
And yes,
delete.
there's a drop down menu for delete. And then delete item. And then do the same thing in Google Chrome.
Okay, so here.
So you go into the kebab menu, down to settings, and then the beginning of the second section there is passwords. And you could use the search, but it's right on the top. So you're clicking the kebab menu there.
But this remove, is it remove?
Yes, yes. And then there's a second one.
Yes, and remove.
That's a slightly different domain but it's still AARP. So that cleans up that account.
Okay.
Is this a good time for us to end?
Yes, it is.
Okay, switching to the Zoom meeting just to say goodbye. And we'll get in touch for another session, I assume? Yes?
Yes, are you talking to me?
Yeah, Patty. Yes, I'm talking to Patty.
And I didn't know, are we all here or are we all done?
We're done. We're done. I just switched to the Zoom meeting so I could have you on screen and just say goodbye.
I wasn't sure if I was supposed to be talking. Yes.
Yeah.
And do you want me doing anything else? Or you don't want me going ahead?
In the meantime, you could repeat this process on those other websites. Meaning you could go to the other websites, change the password to your strategy that you want to use. Look for the options to add additional two-factor authentication. Maybe you might find security questions. You might find an account that doesn't have your cell phone number, so they can't send you a code.
Okay.
You want to see that there is some way that if the bad guys were trying to change your password, some way that blocks them. This website, it sent you a code. So that was great. Okay. That's website's protected. If you find that you can go to another website and change your password without some kind of a challenge, then leave that one alone and let's look at that together.
Okay. Monday, my daughter is going to have a minor surgery. So Monday, Tuesday probably isn't going to work. What were you thinking? And I'm trying to think of what my schedule is tomorrow.
Why don't we handle that offline rather than
having I'm sorry, I thought we were on. I thought we were on.
No, I switched to I put the Zoom video on on YouTube. So we can handle that by email or a phone call later if you need to get off right now.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and end the Zoom session. Very good. Thank you, Patty. Talk to you later. Okay, very good. So that is one more session, and I've got to turn over here and disconnect the remote session. And so we'll be up for another session with Patty. I'm not sure when that will be. If you would like to request a support session for any issues you might have with your computer, send an email to me at the address that's on your screen, DougBetts@LiveWindowsTraining.com. Give me a brief description of what it is that you want help on in some way that you prefer that I contact you, and we'll make arrangements for that. So I hope this was useful to you. Have a great day. Catch you later. Goodbye.